in child's pose today. So you can either have the knees wide, big toes touching, or if you want to support your low back a little bit more, sometimes it helps to have the knees a little closer together. So you choose whatever feels good. Let the heart start to drop to the floor, the head start to drop to the floor. And if your head's not on the floor, grab a pillow or a block or a blanket, something to support your head so that you can fully drop in here. And just start to come present. As your eyes come closed, you feel yourself resting here on the earth. Start to feel into your body, into that connection between your body and the earth. As we move through this world that is seemingly more and more chaotic, starting to come down to the ground, to reconnect to the earth, to feel your feet on the earth, your hands on the earth, your body on the earth, and feel that connection, that vibration, so that as you move through the chaos, as you move through this crazy world that we are in, you have that foundation, that connection to the earth, that connection to your deepest self, your truest self. It's easy to get caught up, to feel scattered, all of those things. And yoga gives us these tools to come back to our breath, to come back to that simple sensation of feeling your feet on the ground. That sensation of feeling the air on your skin or the sunlight. Whatever it is that can draw you into your body, into this moment. So use that. Rely upon that in this moment to bring you right here, right now. To let all the chaos kind of float away for this next bit of time, and allow your body and your mind this opportunity to be right here, right now, just in this moment, in your body, in your breath, on the earth, moving and breathing. Start to activate your child's pose by lifting the palms of the hands and pressing your fingertips into the mat. So now your palms, your wrists, and your elbows are lifted off the floor. Start to spin your biceps up and your triceps down, and then walk the fingers even a little bit further away so you start to feel your side body get really long. And as you walk your fingertips away, sink your hips back to your heels even more, and you can even press into your fingertips to get that press back, and then walk the fingertips forward, and then take a big, deep inhaling breath. Feel the rib cage fully expand. And then on the exhale, let it out the mouth. Go ahead and let the elbows release back down. Roll yourself up to kneeling. And if you want, you can take that block and slide it under your sits bone to sit on. Otherwise, you're just going to sit on your heels. Take your hands to your ribs so that the thumbs wrap around the back and the four fingers around the front, and then drop the shoulders and close the eyes again. We're just going to do 3 rounds of this circular breathing, 5 in and 5 out, in and out through the nose. Take another deep inhale through the nose. And another exhale out the mouth. And then in and out through the nose. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3. Feel the whole rib cage expanding. 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4. Hands softening together. 3, 2. The bottom of that exhale, pull that navel up and in. 1. Inhale. 1, 2, fill up. 3, feel that expansion. 4, 5, prana swirling around inside. Exhale, releasing. 5, 4, 3, let that. Go 2 and 1. Last time. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the arms. Inhale, sweep them out and up. Full inhale to the top of the breath. You can open the eyes or keep them closed. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, fingertips back, elbow tips forward, open and spread across the chest and the collarbone. Slow breathing here. Exhale, forearms come together. Chin to chest, elbows to navel, navel to spine. Inhale, stretch your right back up, reach up, reach up, reach up. Right hand grabs the left wrist. Exhale, stretch it up and over to the right. Bow out those left ribs. Inhale, back to center. Switch up the hands. Take it up and over to the left. And inhale, back to center. Exhale, hands come behind the back. Interlace shoulders back. Lift the heart. Inhale. Exhale, bow forward with the navel drawn up and in. Inhale, rise back up, switch the thumb cross, lift the heart. Exhale, bow forward with a strong core. Inhale, rise up, arms float, 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 reach, reach, reach. Sip in a little bit more air, soften, a little bit more air, soften. Palms touch. Exhale, bring the thumbs right to the third eye. Bow the chin, bow the head. And then take the thumbs right to the heart. And set any intentions you want to set for today. And if nothing is coming to you, that intention of just harnessing those tools. And reconnecting with that home within yourself. That place you can always return to escape the chaos. Even if it's for 1 minute. Beautiful. And then go ahead and open the eyes. Bring the head up. Walk your hands out in front of you so you land in a tabletop. Curl the toes under for a minute and walk the hands back again just to stretch out your feet here. Take the pinky toes and the second toe and stretch them away from the other so that all 10 toes are on the floor. And you can sit a little off the heels. We're just here for one more breath, just to open up the feet. Good, and then palm or fingertips down, roll up and over the feet. So that your heels are off the ground, but just slightly, and you're dropping them down, opening up the Achilles, the back of the calf, and the whole sole of the foot. Stay here using your fingertips to support you, and just lift your heels so that they're right over the balls of the feet, and then drop them down. One more time. Inhale, lift the heels, and your hands are just there for support. You can also do this without the hands, and then exhale, drop them down. Knees come back down, hands walk back out to tabletop. Uncurl the toes. Start to anchor down through the shins and the tops of the feet. Start to anchor down through the hands, pressing the fingertips down and especially the knuckles between the, or at the index and thumb, biceps forward. Then take your right foot back and press into the heel of the foot. Now take that opening from the bottom of the foot all the way up through the back of the leg. And then inhale into the side body and continue it into the neck. Shoulders come right back over the wrists again, and then lift that right leg up, but spin the hip down. Pull your belly in so that the back is nice and neutral and long. And then send your left arm forward, thumb up, pinky down. Reach from your fingertips to the toes. Draw the navel up to the spine and lengthen your tailbone back. Reach. As much as you are lifting, this is an extension. You're feeling that pull forward and reach back to traction out the spine here. Stay with it. Then we're going to do elbow to knee. So as you exhale, pull the elbow into the knee, the navel into the spine, curl in. Inhale, stretch long. Exhale, curl in. Really use that. Pull in nice and tight. And then inhale, stretch long without arching that back. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale out. 2 more. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, reach long. Last time, exhale, draw it in, pull into that little ball. Pull in, pull in, pull in. And inhale, stretch long. Good. Take the left hand down. You're gonna try and keep the left heel or left toes in line with your knee. If that doesn't work, you'll kickstand it. Flex the right foot, spin it open, come onto your right fingertips. Start to anchor through the whole shin, top of the foot, and then extend that arm to the sky. Half moon, knee, ankle, and wrist all in alignment, ideally. Good. Now, reach your right arm up overhead, press through your heel, take an inhale here, exhale, take the elbow to the knee. This is a little bit challenging without the kickstand. If you need it, kickstand that bottom foot. Inhale, exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, and exhale, elbow to knee. One more time. Inhale, stretch it, press it, and exhale, curl it in. Last time, inhale, stretch long. Good. Now set that right foot down, reach from the fingertips and press into the outer edge of that right foot. Bow up your right ribs and then start to spin your heart open. You can even micro bend this right elbow and let the back of the hand forearm drop open. Breathe. Right into the chest, across the ribs and the hip. And then stretch that arm straight up. And exhale, right hand comes down, right toes come back. One more time, press into the back of the foot. Good. Set the knee down and just switch it up. Left foot extends, press into the heel. Lift the kneecap, draw the navel in, spinning biceps forward and anchoring the hands. And then shoulders land over the hips, extend and lift that left leg. Belly in, ribs in, tailbone long, hip down. And then right arm forward. Again, you're going for that extension, reaching, pulling yourself apart. And then on the next exhale, we draw elbow to knee and navel to spine and curl in. Inhale, stretch, reach. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, long. Exhale, tighten. Heels to bum, knees to chest. Inhale. And exhale. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. And exhale. Curl in tight. Good. Now inhale. Extend. Set the right hand down. Press into that right shin. Flex into that left foot and spin the hip open. And then take your left arm to the sky. Good. Good. Now your left foot heel is pressing back. Take the left arm, reach it over the ear, stretch the side body, and then exhale, take the knee to the elbow. And inhale, stretch long, and exhale in. Inhale, exhale, two more. Inhale, exhale, one more. And then inhale, stretch. Set that left foot down, press into the outer edge of the foot and reach through your left arm. Take an inhale, lift your heart, and then as you exhale, micro bend that left elbow and spin your heart to the sky. This can help to send that right foot just a little behind your right knee. Beautiful. And then bring yourself all the way back up and around. Press one more time back into the heel of that left foot. And then shoulders over the wrist, biceps forward. Step both feet back so you land in this high plank. Press the floor away from you so you're broad in your upper back. Pull your belly and ribs in and then lengthen the tailbone. Engage your glutes, engage your legs. And breathe. Okay. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the hips high, press the heart back to your thighs. Press the hands and feet in. Biceps rolling forward, triceps rolling in, breathing, head and neck. Relaxed. Inhale, look to your hands, and as you exhale, take a nice slow walk forward. Land with the feet hip distance right between your hands, and then with the fingertips down, take that little rock front to back. Good. And then soften the knees, pull the belly in, let the head hang as you roll all the way up to stand. Roll the shoulders back, spin the palms forward, close the eyes for a moment, and just feel your feet here. Feel whatever surface is beneath the feet, the temperature of the air around you. That you dry your breath flowing in and out as evenly as possible. Back to your intention. And then with eyes open or closed, you choose, inhale, sweep the arms up. Lift the heart, maybe even lift the chin slightly, not so much that the back of the neck compresses, but both or all sides of the neck are extending. And then exhale, soften the knees, lead with the heart as you come forward, forward folding, soft knees. Inhale, slide the hands to the thighs, get your torso parallel to the floor, pull the belly and pull the ribs in, send the arms back. Shoulder blades squeeze together, pinkies are up, thumbs are down, palms squeeze together, and then you're reaching and lifting and sending the crown of the head forward. So the whole back body should be turning on here. We're warming it up. Stay with it. Breathe. Now try and press the palms a little closer together and lift the pinkies a little bit higher and reach back a little bit more. You could be shaking here. Breathe into it, work. And then bend the elbows, interlace the hands. Extend back with the palms wide so your wrists are pulling apart, but your fingers are squeezing, and then fold all the way back in again. Let the head go, lift the shoulders, press the wrists up to the sky as opposed to overhead, straight up, and head straight down. Good. Release the hands to your sacrum, to your thighs. One more time. Inhale, just extend the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay. From here, inhale forward to high plank. Since it's just you two, we're going to work a little bit today. Pull into the midline, spin the biceps forward, walk your big toes a little closer together, like not totally touching, but a little closer. And then extend through your right leg so that it starts to hover off the ground without lifting your hip. Make sure you're pressing into your hands so you're not sinking the heart, but you're lifting it. And then exhale and draw the knee to the nose. And inhale, stretch the legs straight back. You're staying in a plank here. You should feel your glute turn on. Exhale, tuck it in round a little bit. Inhale, straight back. Exhale, tuck it in. Now this time, look to your right thumb. Set your foot there. Good. Left knee comes to the floor. Uncurl the toes and inhale, stretch into this low lunge. Press into the foot. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, drop the right sit bone and then pull the outer hip back. Breathe here. Really press into your back shin. Press into the front foot and drag them together. And then exhale, set both hands right inside that right foot. Take your right toes and angle them out to the right. And you can even widen your foot a bit. And then from here, take the right hand to the thigh, lift the heart, and just lean back. Lean back. Good. And then reach back, curl your toes up, and grab it. Now, switch the grip so that your hand comes to the inside of the foot. Spin your shoulder forward, spin your right toes forward. So now you're facing the front of the mat. Okay, you might stay right here. Or you might walk that left hand forward, set the elbow down, and then bring the heel with you and start to spin your right shoulder down and the right chest down. And as you sink down, you're bringing your left heel to your bum. And you're hugging your right knee into your shoulder. And breathe. Good. Gently release that. And just let the right hand come either under the shoulder or the right elbow under the shoulder. Deep breaths. And walk the hands up. Walk the hip back over the knee and flip your right toes up so you're in a wide pyramid or wide half split. And breathe. Good. Set the foot down. Hands under the shoulders. Left toes curl under. Press up so you're in a wide runner's lunge. Breathe into this. Then Press the mat away, pull the navel in, hover the right foot so the knee's outside the shoulder, take it back, three-legged plank, bring it to the shoulder, take it back, bring it to the shoulder. Last time, take it back, set it down, knees down, heart forward, lower. Good. Just a baby cobra for this first one. Extend the legs back, anchor them, extend the heart forward, lift it. Shoulders down and elbows tucked in. Now lift your navel away from the floor and hover your hands, squeeze your shoulder blades, squeeze your elbows down. Exhale, take it back to downward facing dog. Take a moment and pedal up the heels. From here, inhale forward to high plank. Press the floor away, set up that strong plank. Belly in, ribs in, upper back broad. Walk the big toes nearer together. Extend the left leg until it hovers. Don't let that hip hike up. Try not to let the booty hike up. And then exhale, knee to nose, navel to spine, curl in. Inhale, straight back. You stay in that plank. Exhale, curl in. Inhale back, one more. Exhale, curl in. Look to your left thumb. Set your foot there. Right knee down. Inhale, rise into your low lunge. Same thing, set up that foundation, that back shin and front foot. Lift your low belly and then drop your left sit bone. Outer hip drops back. Breathe. And then exhale, both hands inside the left foot. Let that left foot come a little bit wide and the toes come at a bit of an angle. Lift the heart and drop the shoulders. So think kind of like a little bit of a cobra in your upper body. And then right hand stays down. Take the left hand to the thigh and lean back. So you're leaning away from that thigh. Lift and spread your toes, and you can even roll to the outer edge of that foot. Good. Now on the exhale, curl the right heel to the bum, reach the left hand back, grab the outer edge of the foot for a moment and spin a little more. And then we're gonna twist it, take it the other way. Take your hand on the inner edge of the foot now. Spin the left shoulder down, take the left toes forward. So now you're facing forward and down. Lift your heart, still lift your belly, and then maybe stay here or take the right elbow under the shoulder. Spin the left shoulder down, take your heel with you. Hug your left knee in. Breathe. This should be a really deep opening for that quad and hip flexor. Excuse me. Okay, gently release that foot. Let the left hand or elbow come around under the shoulder. Take a breath, hug the knee in. And then walk to your hands. Take the hips back over the knee and lift your left toes. Kneecap draws back, heart draws forward. Breathe into your hamstring here. Now shift that left foot forward so it's flat. Bring the wrist right under the shoulders. Curl the right toes under and lift the knee. So you're in this wide runner's lunge. Take an inhale as your heart draws forward. And as you exhale, press in your hands, pull up in your belly, lift the left heel. It's hovering. Take it back to plank. Exhale, bring it to the shoulder. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, bring it to the shoulder. One more, take it back into the shoulder and then back. From here, lower the knees, shoulders back, come to the belly. Forgot where we were going. Okay, extend the legs and anchor them. Take the hands back, same thing we did in that half lift. Pinkies up, thumbs down, start to anchor the feet. Now reach the heart forward, lift up. Navel lifts, reach the arms back, lift them up, and then squeeze them together. Shoulder blades squeeze, fingertips reach, palms press. Keep the navel really lifting to the spine. Squeeze it up and press your pelvis down. Stay lifted, but bend the elbows. Switch the clasp, the opposite thumbs on top. And then same thing, let the palms come wide and the wrists separate, but the fingers stay interlaced. And breathe. So stretch the wrists here. And then lower down. Take an inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Any movement you want to take here, feel free to take it. Otherwise, 2 more breaths. Okay. And you'll look to your hands. As you exhale, you're going to step the feet wide to your pinky fingers or hop them if you're feeling so inclined. Toes out, heels in, inhale, lengthen, and exhale, sit into your squat. Now make sure your knees are tractioning over like your second and third toes so you can see the inner feet as you sit down. And then lift the heart and lift the crown of the head. Feel free to have the heels off the ground if that feels better. Take a breath. Hands down, hips up, heel toe the feet all the way together so the big toes are touching. Slight separation between the heels. Take an inhale to lengthen halfway up and an exhale to fold. This time unhinge or roll up again if you like. Come all the way up. Lift the hands, lift the heart, maybe the gaze. Exhale, Anjali Mudra, hands in front of the heart. Take a moment. Okay. From here, back in, inhale, take the arms, reach them up, maybe this time a little baby back bend, open the front of the body, and then exhale, strong core, dives you forward. Inhale, lift into that half lift. This time, exhale, just plant the hands, walk it back to down dog. Inhale, take the right leg, reach it back and up. Exhale, the knee to the nose, come into the plank, look to the right thumb, set the foot there. Then this time, left knee is going to stay off the ground. Drop the hips, lift the back of the thigh. Right knee stacked directly over the ankle. Heart forward, shoulders back. Good. Breathe here. Now really get strong in those legs. Scissor the inner thighs together. Squeeze the belly. And then hover your hands and take them back. Pinkies up, thumbs down. Shoulder squeeze, palm squeeze. Reach back. Crown of the head reaches forward. Breathe. Good. Now take the arms, let them sweep down and all the way forward. So now the thumb is up and the pinky's down. Same engagement in that core and in that leg. And then inhale, just stretch all the way up tall. Bend that left knee, pull the low belly in a lot so you feel your tailbone get long. Keep that, and then straighten that back leg any amount. You should get a nice big opening. And that left hip comes around. Breathe. Exhale, set the hands down to frame that front foot. Keep the left heel high, but straighten that front leg. And then draw the back or the right hip back a little bit and the heart forward. Okay, bend that front knee and just step your back foot forward a little bit so it can come flat and come a little deeper into your pyramid. And then you might want your block here. We're going to come into a balancing. Soften the front knee, walk the hands forward so fingertips come under your shoulders and lift your left foot, flex it. So imagine that bird dog we did or that tabletop position. Good. Now, start to get super strong in that standing leg, a little bend in that knee, belly strong, bring the hands to the heart. Lift it so that your torso comes parallel to the floor. You have this nice long line from the heel of the foot to the crown of the head. And then take your left arm back onto your left thigh, reach your right arm forward. Good. Okay, we're going elbow to knee. Keep the left hand reaching back. Exhale, right elbow, left knee. Inhale back. Just 2 more like this. Exhale in. Really gaze at something on the floor. Inhale. Last time. Beautiful. Both hands forward, both hands down. Set that foot down, pyramid pose. Heart forward, right hip back. Really breathe into your hamstring. We're going to deepen a little bit. So Come on up onto your left toes and bend your left knee, and then lift the front of that right foot and really sit back into that. Nice. Set the right foot flat, walk the hands forward, step it back to down dog. Once you found your foot positioning, just reach that right leg up and spin the hip open. Really firm into your arms and your hands, triceps in, and then bend that right knee and let it open. Let the hip open. Foot dropping towards the left shoulder. And then bring that leg around. Keep the knee bent, but square the hips. Take an inhale. And then on the exhale, we're coming into a floating pigeon, same leg. Right knee is gonna come towards the right elbow. Right foot's gonna come towards the left elbow. Easier said than done. And then set it down. Slide that left leg back so you're in a pigeon. Float that front foot. Walk your hands, lift your heart, inhale. We're staying here for a couple breaths. Really press into your legs, scissor the thighs. Feel a little lift there. And then on the exhale, go ahead and let your hands walk forward. You can have your elbows under your shoulders. You can make a pillow with the hands. You can lie flat. You can do whatever feels good. Okay. Walk up to the hands. Set them under the shoulders. Curl the left toes under, lift the knee. We're going back to that floating pigeon into three-legged dog. As you exhale, press into the hands, lift up through the leg, and then take it back. Set the foot down. Come forward to high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, take that little cobra, maybe a little higher this time, dragging your heart forward and lifting your navel. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, other side, inhale, take the left leg, reach it back and up. Exhale, knee to nose, curl in, come forward to plank, look to your left thumb, set your foot there. Adjust your runner's lunge, sending that right heel back and lifting the back of the thigh. Send your heart forward and get long in the neck. Good, make sure your feet are about hip distance, so you have that wide base of support, and then hover the hands and float them back. Pinkies up, thumbs down, squeeze at the shoulders. The whole back body is squeezing, and then the front body's lifting to the back body. Good. Keep that left knee over the ankle, and then let the arm sweep forward or down and all the way forward. Right heel to fingertips, reaching. Inhale, peel your torso up. Exhale, bend that right knee, pull the low belly up a lot. And then straighten the leg any amount. So you feel that hip flexor open a lot. Exhale, set the hands down. Keep the right heel high. Straighten that front leg. Find your pyramid. Outer left hip draws back a little bit. Heart draws forward. And then bend into that front knee enough so you can step your back foot forward. Let it flatten. More traditional pyramid. And then bend into that front knee. Walk your hands forward so they come under your shoulders and lift your right leg. Hip rolls down, heel presses back, standing leg is a little soft. Good. And then start to get engaged through your core. Start to lift and lengthen the chest. One hand, two hands to the heart, and then lift your torso parallel to the floor. Good. Now, take your right hand back to hover by the right thigh. Reach your left arm straight by the ear. So again, you're pausing anywhere along the way where you've had enough. Then, here's the elbow to knee, just 3 times. Exhale, elbow to knee. Try and stay in this flat plane. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, curl. Inhale, stretch. That left hamstring is working. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, stretch, both arms forward, both hands down, pyramid pose. Heart forward, breathe into that left hamstring. And then lift your right heel, bend your right knee, start to sink your hips back and peel the front of that left foot up. And try and peel the toes way back to your shin. Good. And then set the foot down. Walk the hands forward, three-legged dog. You can set up and down dog and then come into three-legged dog. Triceps wrap in. Start to spin your left hip open and then bend the knee. Breathe there. Good. And then keep the knee bent, but roll the hip down so you're more square now. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, left knee towards the left elbow, left foot towards the right. Hovering pigeon. Set it down. Slide that right foot back. Lift your heart. Stay here for a couple breaths. Pressing into that right leg, lifting the heart, opening that right hip flexor. And then on the exhale, let yourself walk forward, elbows under the shoulders, any variation. Good. Walk back up to the hands. Reversing your way out here. Curl the right toes under, lift the knee. Exhale, press into the hands, lift the left leg, take it back. Good. High plank. Chaturanga. Cobra. Down dog. And breathe here. Or child's pose. Always an option. Two more breaths. Okay, when we come forward, we're coming wide again. So inhale, look forward. And at the bottom of the exhale, step, walk, or float your feet outside the hands, toes out. Take an inhale, lengthen. And an exhale, sit into that squat. Again, watch the knees, traction them over the toes so they're not caving in. You can use your elbows to help with that. You can also, so get your elbows in there, open them, and then try and release the elbows, but keep the knees where they are so you're really working those inner thighs and outer hips. Good. Okay, we're gonna stand up right from here. Keep the knees opening. Start to press into your feet, press into your feet, press into your feet, press into your feet. Inhale, stretch tall. Exhale, release the hands down, heel toe the feet together. From here, sit down, Utkatasana, chair pose. Zip the inner thighs together now. Pull the navel up and in. Exhale and fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take the right leg, reach it back and up. And on the exhale, bring it all the way through for warrior one. So same kind of setup we bend, but a little shorter, so now your back foot can be on the ground at that slight angle. Bend into your front knee, lift the shoulders, extend the arms. The hips aren't going to be totally squared forward, but you're working on getting there. Great. Press into the outer edge of that left foot as you bend into that front knee and you lift your low belly. Now, take the hands behind you, interlace. Shoulders roll back and together, knuckles slide down your left thigh. Good. Now, if your ribs are really flared out, pull them in. Lift the belly, lift the heart, lift the gaze. And then exhale and drag that all forward into humble warrior. Rest on your thigh or come just inside it. Let the head drop, press the knuckles to the sky. And if you can, palms come close together. And then press through the knuckles, come right back up, inhale. Exhale, press onto the left toes. Now draw your right hip back so you're squared forward. Take an inhale, shift the weight forward. We're going to warrior three with this clasp. If you don't like it, unclasp and take a hand position. That works for you. Exhale, float on up. Now press through the ball of the foot. Reach through the crown of the head. We're not staying here. Hands to the sacrum. Take the left hand to your hip, the right hand under your shoulder. Flex your left foot and spin it open. So now you're landing in a half moon. From here, take your left arm to the sky. Now, left arm over the ear. Soften that standing leg a bit. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, stretch. Just 2 more like this. Exhale, knee to elbow. Last time. Exhale, knee to elbow. Okay, stretch. But now, take your left arm straight up, peel your heel to your bum. See if you want to grab the top of that ankle. You might not. Beautiful. Release the foot. Release the left hand down and square the left hip to the floor. And then set it hip distance next to your right one. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and on the exhale, walk towards your hands beyond that left foot. Bend your left knee, press your right hip out, and then stretch it back away from your shoulder and just let your head go. Left knee is bending, right hip is pressing out, and then the shoulder and the hip are pulling away from one another without hiking the shoulder into the ear. It's more about the hip drawing back. Steady, deep breath. And then come back through center. Inhale, lift and lengthen, soften those knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay. From here, left leg rises. Exhale, bring it through for warrior one. On the other side, set up the feet and then inhale and rise up. Pull that low belly up, press into the right foot, bend into your left knee. Find your breath, find your steadiness here. And then take the hands, interlace them behind you, switch up the thumb that's on top. Shoulders back, knuckles slide down your right thigh now. Ribs and belly draw in as the shoulders draw back. Take an inhale, lift from your belly up to your heart, to your gaze. Exhale, keep that, but drag the heart forward. Bow down, head down, knuckles up. Keep drawing your hip back, left hip back, belly in. And then we're coming right back up. Press through those knuckles. Inhale. Exhale, press onto your right toes and square that hip forward. Take an inhale, reach the weight or extend the torso forward, and then exhale, extend the leg back. Not staying here. Hands to the sacrum. Right hand to the right hip, flex the foot. Left hand under the shoulder, spin the hip open. Take the right arm to the sky, half moon, and this is where you can stay, or you can also be on your knee. Or right arm over the ear. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, 2 more like this. Exhale, elbow to knee. Make sure you're focused gaze. 1 more time. Good, stretch long. Now pull your heel to your bum, grab for the top of the ankle and stretch your quad again. This is not easy. So you're on a little ride right now. Extend the leg and the arm. Roll that right hand down. Lower that right leg down. Hip distance next to you or left. Take the hands, walk them out to the right so it's like at a diagonal from your right foot. And then bend your right knee and draw your left hip back and out like you're bowing out your ribs. And breathe. Beautiful. And then come back through center. Inhale, lengthen halfway up. Exhale, any vinyasa you like. You can float back through chaturanga and take an up dog. You can step back to down dog and stay there. You can move from down dog to your high plank and take any variation that feels good. And then we're gonna meet back in child's pose. Your choice, knees wide or together. Settle in for a few breaths. And let that steadiness of breath return. That even inhale and exhale return. And then rise back up to your tabletop. Walk the knees back under the hips if they're wide. Take an inhale and float your left arm to the sky, and on the exhale, thread it through. And so you're on the back of the arm. Let the left side of the head come down, and if it doesn't, set a block there, and then press through the whole back of your arm, back of your palm, and start to spin your chest open and your back. Your right hand's a little kickstand. Now you can stay here. You can even extend that right leg back and maybe lean back a little bit more if that feels good. You can even try and anchor your left shin down and lift that right leg. Sometimes this leads to rolling over. So really activate that core to get that balance. But otherwise, just stay in the shoulder stretch and enjoy it. The knees up, set it down. Right hand comes down to float your left arm up. Inhale. And then exhale, set the left hand down, other side. Right arm floats up. Inhale. Exhale. Let that right arm float through. Let the right side of the head land. Press through the whole back of the right arm. And then maybe extend that left leg. Maybe lift that left leg. All of those variations are available. If the knee is up, set it down. Left hand comes down to help you float that right arm up. And then exhale and set the hand down. From here, just take a few cat-cows. Move with your breath. You can stay in this traditional cat-cow. We're going to have about 5 breaths to either be here, to take it into any organic movement that feels good. Roll it out. Couple more breaths. You can even walk the hands a little bit forward and take a little bit longer cat-cows. And then return to a neutral spine. Curl your toes under, walk your hands back, and roll over your feet again. This time, starting to bring the heels a little closer to the floor. Counter that balance or that weight by extending your fingertips forward. Find your balance here. And then maybe your heels will land all the way down. Maybe not, doesn't really matter. We're just gonna sit. Go ahead and sit down. From here, take your right leg forward and take your left foot and cross it all the way over to towards your outer thigh. Foot comes flat. And then this is one option to stay with the right leg extended, or your other option is to tuck your right heel in by your left hip, but make sure you can sit evenly down. So if you're sitting kind of crooked, then keep that leg straight. More important to be evenly rooted on the floor and keeping this left foot flat. And then inhale. Sit up tall here. Take the left hand behind you and let it serve as a kickstand. Take the right arm, stretch it up. As you reach your right arm up, press into your left foot. And then exhale, pull your belly in and rotate. And from here, you're gonna wrap your arm around your knee or your thigh and twist. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, belly in and rotate. And then inhale and unwind. If your bottom leg is extended, keep it there. Otherwise, in either way, you're going to heel toe this left leg out to the right and bring your right heel, if it's tucked in, just a little further from your hip so that your knees are now stacking. All 10 toes are flexing and you're evenly seated again. Squeeze your inner thighs together, then inhale, stretch your arms up. On the exhale, bend the right elbow, set your left hand on top, wrap that tricep in, and then take your chin so it's parallel to the floor and let the back of the head press into your forearm and let the forearm kind of support the back of the head so you have equal energy there, and you're lifting your elbow to the sky. Now you can stay right here half, or you can take this left arm and wrap it around so that your fingertips clasp. Now, if that means your chin has to drop to your chest, don't do that. Your chin wants to stay parallel. So it doesn't matter if you have a clasp or if your hand's resting on your elbow. Either way is great. And then gently release the clasp if you have it, release the arm if you have it, stretch the arms out, and then exhale and just bow forward. And rest your chest on your thigh, maybe your chin or your forehead. onto your knee, and then just soften into this hip stretch. Inhale and unwind. Take the hands behind you, shift your weight back, pull your belly, and unwind the legs right into a Navasana. And then take your left leg forward and cross your right leg over now. And again, this is option 1. Option 2, tuck that extended leg and sit evenly down. Right hand comes behind you, kickstand. Inhale, stretch left arm up, press right foot down. And then as you exhale, rotate to the right and hug that right knee in. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, belly in and rotate. Gaze can stay over the chest, or gaze can continue over your shoulder, whatever feels good on the neck. And then inhale and unwind. Heel toe that foot out, top foot out to the left, and the bottom foot a little bit away from your hip. Sit evenly. Inhale, sit up tall, stretch your left arm up now, bend the elbow, right arm rests on top. Or take that arm, wrap it around in class. Wrap that left tricep in and reach the elbow up. Head is pressing back, forearms resisting that. Inner thighs are squeezing. Breath is starting to regulate even in and out. Beautiful. And then go ahead and release the arms, take them wide, stretch the fingertips apart. Stay here and flip so that you're pressing the walls away from one another, and then take your pinky fingers, reach them out and down, stretch all the fingers here. Then the ring finger, stretch all the fingers. The middle finger, keep stretching the index finger, and then take the thumb in and wrap the 4 fingers around it. All the knuckles down and press the wrists away, drop the shoulders. And then just roll out the wrists here and go the other way. And exhale, bow forward. And then inhale and roll yourself up. Take the hands behind you and exhale, unwind into that Navasana. And then you just extend both legs forward. Take both arms forward and roll yourself down. And inhale, stretch the arms up overhead. Hug the knees into your chest. And then from here, extend the arms. And exhale, take the knees to the right. The shoulder down to the left. The ribs down to the left. And breathe. And then inhale back through center. And exhale, drop the knees to the other side. And then inhale back through center. If you have a block really handy, it's nice to have one here, but you don't need it for this. If you have one, you're going to slide it under your sacrum and just let your sacrum rest there. And then you're going to let your feet just float above your hips. And with or without the block, it just feels a little nicer with the block. You're going to kind of find this point where it feels effortless to have your legs up, where they're just sort of hovering there. You're not having to do a lot of work. The feet are relaxed and the legs are just in this point of floating, weightless. Reversing all that blood flow after doing all those standing poses. Letting this gentle inversion. You can also have your legs resting against a wall here. And then go ahead and just bend the knees. Set your feet down. If you're on a block, slide it out from under you. And then let the knees come wide into your shoulders and rock yourself side to side. Come through center, grab for the outer inner edges of the feet for happy baby, or you can stay holding the shoulders or even the back of the thighs for a less intense version. And then Supta Baddha Konasana. The arms come into a nice loose cactus, And knees wide. If this doesn't feel good, then your knees are together and your feet are wide. That's fine too. Close the eyes. We're going to take 3 breaths with a longer exhale than the inhale. So we'll inhale for 5 and exhale for 7. A big inhale through the nose, fill up. And then on the exhale, out through the mouth. And then the next few breaths will be in and out the nose with a pause at the top and bottom. So inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Hold full. All that energy, that prana swirling. And then exhale 7. Slow it down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, empty. Let your body get heavy. Your bones get heavy. And then inhale, start to fill up. 1, 2, 3. All sides of the ribs expanding. 4 and 5. Hold full. Soften your face and your throat. Exhale 7, 6, 5. Nice and slow. 4, 3, squeezing the breath out. 2 and 1. Pause, empty, soften. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause, full. Exhale 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, empty. Last time. Take your inhale, fill up all the way to the top. Sip in as much air as you can. Soften your throat and your jaw and your face. Sip in a little bit more air. Hold it. And then exhale, let it all out the mouth. Feeling your bones get heavy. Eyelids get heavy. The jaw soften. And at the bottom of that exhale, let the legs release and the arms come down, adjusting for your final resting pose, Shavasana. And taking a moment to make yourself comfortable here. And before drifting off to your Shavasana, bring that intention back into your mind's eye, into your heart. Feel for that deep connection with yourself, to your true self. Your highest self. Feel the earth beneath you. That feeling of rooting down, of being connected to something bigger than you. That exchange of energy. And then finally, feel yourself just being held here. So you can let the whole weight of your being release. For the next few minutes, just allow yourself to be held. To let go and rest. Shavasana. May we be at peace. May our hearts remain open. May we be awakened to the light of our true nature. May we be healed. May we be a source of healing and kindness and grace for all beings. Have a wonderful rest. Stay as long as you can. Thank you so much.